A storm is brewing on Europe's eastern front, and this time France seems all ready to step directly into the fire. According to new reports from Paris, their president, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, is preparing to send as many as 7,000 French soldiers to Ukraine by 2026, a move that could mark the biggest Western escalation since the start of the war. Yes, you heard that right. France, a nuclear power and one of NATO's key pillars, is seriously considering putting boots on the ground in the war that has already drawn in half of the world's political and economic powers. Well, the plan, it isn't official yet, but top military officials, including French Army Chief General, they have already confirmed that French army is combat ready. Behind the closed doors, Paris is reportedly drawing up plans that could see French forces deployed to assist Ukraine under a European security guarantee, meaning that even if NATO as a whole does not send troops, individual European nations might step in. Now, why is this such a big deal? It is a big deal because on the other side of the battleground stands more than 700,000 Russian troops, dug in across Ukraine's east and south. In the meantime, Russia has already warned that any foreign soldier on Ukrainian soil will be treated as a target. So, if France goes ahead with this whole plan, it could lead to a direct military confrontation between a NATO nation and Russia, something that the alliance has tried to avoid for over 2 years now. However, Mr. Macron seems very determined here. He has been saying this repeatedly for months, that Europe must stop being afraid of Russia and take responsibility for its own defense. And according to insiders in Paris, he believes a limited French deployment, it could deter Moscow and send a strong message that Europe is no longer relying entirely on Washington to keep it safe. Critics across Europe warn that Macron's bold move could backfire, dragging France into a drawn-out war and maybe making it a prime target for Russian cyber attacks or maybe missile threats. Even within France, public opinion is deeply divided, with many questioning whether this is about defending democracy or about Macron trying to reclaim his image as Europe's strongman. For now, France insists that no final decision has been made, but that any deployment would happen only under strict conditions, likely tied to peacekeeping or reconstruction effort. But the tone from France is getting sharper every single day. So here's the question, ladies and gentlemen, is this France's show of courage? Or maybe the start of a dangerous new phase in the war? Because if Macron actually sends troops to Ukraine, it won't just be a French move. It could drag all of Europe and possibly NATO also into the most serious military confrontation with Russia since World War II.